He represents everything that's dark and desirable about cinema. Bollywood Life is here today with Randeep Hooda, who is waiting for the release of his next film, Laal Rang, in which he plays a local mafia don dealing in illegal blood business. So here we are with a few questions for Randeep.
Sure.
So first up, tell us something about your character in Laal Rang.
Well, it's not a mafia don. It's a young local guy who's wanting to make money for his love so that he can get married and all that. It's a story of a small town goon. It's not a mafia as such, but the thing that they deal with is blood. Dealing with blood. It's a heinous crime. I mean, we all got blood, and it's the most heinous crime in the world, I think. And they deal with it like aloo pyaz and all that till something happens in the movie and they realize the importance of it. But it is really, see, every film, a lot of Bollywood films are not based anywhere. They are just in a vacuum somewhere. ये हो रहा है और ऐसे हो रहा है. थोड़ा exotic locations या foreign locations को shoot करते हैं. But there is a new thing that's happening is that we are recognizing our own ethnic and our own original milieus and making films based in that. So this film is based in Karnal. It's a movie about, it might be set in the milieu of the illegal blood trade, but it's basically a story of friendship, of love, of betrayal, and of and it's treated with a lot of cinematic beauty. Karnal looks like it's in Spain, not in Haryana. The sound is very good. A French musician has done the background score and a couple of songs in the movie, and it's just it's one of those films where you go in and you get sucked into it, and it's a complete cinematic experience. And on top of that, it's got like a lot of Haryanvi humor in it, which is always a bit tongue-in-cheek, and so it's got that quality to it. It's got a lot of humor and comedy in it as well, a subtle one.
Being a Haryanvi, how easy was it for you to play this character?
I have played so many different characters with so many different ethnicities that it was a bit strange to play a character of a Haryanvi Jat. I had played a Haryanvi before in Highway, but that was a Gujar and their language is different. So this is my own dialect. So the challenge was to not get so carried away in it so that people don't understand it. But yeah, it was a challenge, and it was very nice to shoot in your own state for a change. I mean, we are all displaced people in Bombay, and to go back to your roots and to be in the milieu of your work in your own state was a very beautiful experience. I think there was a lot of adulation and adoration which I had become unaware of, which I found over there, and which I really, it was a big boost.
You seem to be the go-to guy when it comes to playing grey characters right now in Bollywood. So, but how is Shankar different from all the characters you've ever played before?
I don't think I've played a character as flamboyant as Shankar before. I don't think I've usually underplayed my characters and were much more in control than this guy. And I think we are all grey people. There is nothing called black and white. Nobody is totally good and nobody is totally bad. So I'm probably the go-to guy for grey characters because they are more realistic, and I think that's my approach towards my performances. Although I'd like to do some, real farcical stuff or over-the-top, stuff which I haven't tried yet. But this by far is my most flamboyant character ever.
Now we have Laal Rang, then before this there was Guddu, Rangila, National Highway, NH10. A lot of movies are being set in Haryana. What is there according to you that makes Haryana, such an interesting place for filmmakers?
I think it is the language, it is the attitude of the people which is there. I think this is the most authentic film in that milieu that has ever been made. Amir Khan is also doing Dangal, which is based in Haryana. Salman Khan is doing Sultan, which is based in Haryana. One of the most charming characters in cinema lately was Datto in Tanu Ed's Manu, and she was also from Haryana. So people are discovering that the personality and the milieu of this state, the language, the humor is very endearing and is right up there. So I think that's why more and more movies are being made over there. But I can tell you, I can sign it off and let you know that this is the most authentic of those films, because It's got an actual jat in it.
Laal Rang is a crime thriller, and you have done a lot of movies before, but somehow not all of them have been very massy. But I saw the rushes, but this movie seems to have everything.
It's more massy.
It's more massy.
Yeah, it's more
so
massy.
What can
yeah.
the Aam Janta expect?
I don't know. The Aam Janta can expect a very wholesome entertainment. It is an emotional story. There's got a thrill element in it. It's got crime in it, and it's got a lot of friendship and love and betrayal and a lot of Haryanvi humor. So it's a very holistic entertainment. I think this is by far my most mainstream movie, apart from other mainstream movies that I have done. But a set-in movie, a realistic movie, but the most mainstream movie that I have done. It's got great music. It's got great setup. It's got great cinematic material to it. So I think it can catch on and become very massy.
Salman Khan is going to sing a song for the movie, and he has been very appreciative of whatever you have done. So how does it feel to have a fan in?
It was very generous of him to come up and offer to sing for the movie, but he's really pressed for time, so I don't know whether it'll be able to happen right now or it'll happen for the next movie. But it was very generous of him, and it is going to happen, but it's just he's really pressed for time, so I don't think we'll be able to make it because the movie is releasing on 22nd April.
There's a lot of romance we hear in Laal Rang. So how was your chemistry like with Akshay?
Akshay, I think, I took him under my wing just to establish character, but he's also such a nice guy and a very talented young actor who really is going to go places, and he's done so well in this movie that it's from his narrative point of view, and he talks about Shankar, which is my character, but he's the basis of the film, and he's done a fantastic job, and I think we get along well. After hours it gets a bit too affectionate and violent, but otherwise it is good.
Can you elaborate on that?
Oh, we just have a few and have a great time.
Okay, and after this movie, I've got Sarabjit and a lot of other projects.
Yes,
How
yes.
have you been able to take out time for your horses and for your?
Oh, it has been very difficult. In fact, Delhi Horse Show and Nationals happened right now. I couldn't go and compete because I was not ready. I did not want to go there and make a fool out of myself. I've not been riding much the last year because of my movie commitments, and most of them were shot outside of Bombay. So yeah, I'm back to them. I'm trying to get them fit again and get myself riding fit again. And let's see, hopefully next year I'll have more time.
Okay. Lastly, just say one dialogue for us in Haryanvi from the film. I've been hearing some of it. It sounds very interesting.
There is this thing where Akshay gives me an advice and he says, "Bhai, बुरा ना मानूं तो एक आइडिया बताऊं?" तो मैं कहा, "भाई, आइडिया भी तो बुरा उसका है."